Okay. Uh, I think all of us as clinicians are extremely fortunate because we are practicing medicine in an era where revolutionary changes are taking place. Uh, 20 years back, we didn't have high-resolution ultrasounds. Most of the newborns which were screened, rather fetuses which were screened and subsequently born as newborns, we missed enormous amount of congenital errors. About 30 years back or 25 years back, we did not have a uniform system of inborn errors of metabolism screening. Now, just to give you a perception, 2% of all newborns are born with some structural abnormalities. This is worldwide, including India. 1% of all newborns are born with some congenital inborn error of metabolism. And the sad thing is that even till today, in 2011, August, a routine protocol of screening all newborns for inborn errors of metabolism does not exist. And the point where it leads to is what is the cost? We put the cost so far beyond an average person that the cost of screening an apparently externally on examination normal newborn is more than the hospital bill for the cost of delivery. So most parents say, well, I've paid X thousand rupees, this is not inclusive in my package, so I'm not getting it done. This leads to the point, it's a complete lack of awareness and information. But having said that, I think in the last 15 years or 20 years, we've come a very long way. I think what the Indian healthcare industry has achieved in the last 60 years, we are about to duplicate that in the next 2 years or 3 years, even from cost revenue point of view. There are newer antibiotics, there are newer diagnostic tests. When you come to diagnostic tests, everyone ran helter-skelter a year and a half back. Every child, every adult, 99 fever, get the swine flu test. And when they reached there, they realized in laboratories they had to pay 9,500 rupees. We put the test out of the reach of a common man, and we use these tests for people who feel it's significantly important to spend this kind of money when it's not used. Most of the reagent kits for these tests are imported. Even till today, we don't have kits which can test for influenza virus which are indigenous. We try to make vaccines and then procure them from overseas, and we don't use them. So I think our resources, as much as we may tom-tom about the Indian healthcare, are limited. And I think they need to be spent judiciously. Just recently in my previous hospital, we went through a complete exercise for almost a year to decide how to upgrade the HIS, the Hospital Information System. There are about 17 or 18 very well-known international and national vendors which provide the hospital information system. There are 63 verticals which need to be attended to, right from front office to billing to recovery to marketing to HR to clinical services, laboratory, x-rays. It can be web-based, they can be non-web-based. There is not a single vendor amongst the 17 or 18, and you're talking of the biggest names in the world, which give you a comprehensive service. Internally, most of them outsources, try to get it done in a hodgepodge manner. None of them give a comprehensive service. Very few hospitals, even in Delhi or Mumbai or Calcutta or Hyderabad, which are so-called hubs of medicine and referral centers, have electronic medical records. And there is a general reluctance towards the lower staff, including the doctors, to actually become computer, not literate, but computer user-friendly. There is practically no data analysis or research. I'm talking across the board, which will include perhaps every hospital, which actually analyzes their own data. Perhaps if there is a hospital, it will be an exception to the rule. There is no focus at the present moment on doctors maintaining their consultancy, which is based on academic performance, on research, on any criteria. And I think in the end, I would like to mention a simple point of note, that I think we need to strike a balance between what looks very good in newspapers, what looks very good on television, what looks very good on media, versus what's really required, not only in rural India, but what's actually required for a common person in a mid-sized, average, clinically performing hospital, even in metros like Delhi. Thank you.